$300 could change your life and probably our world. And that is something that I know you probably find difficult to believe, but I happen to know that it's true. I did a video earlier that I said nothing in our world is happening accidentally. Nothing in your life or our world is happening accidentally. We are all consciousness and energy. And over time, we figure out how to use that. We figure out different ways. And then certain people come along and give us ways of doing that. And that's what happened for me. I could have never told you that was going to happen because it was never my intention. I'm 74 years old and have moved through every difficulty that you've had, every challenge, illness, probably as well, all of it. And what happened was I received information, universal cosmic guidance that caused me to heal and understand exactly what was happening. And everything that is going on in our world right now was given to me. Wilhelm gave me all that information. There's nothing happening in the United States right now that's accidental. We're looking at it and saying, how's this going on? It's energetic changes, and we've had them before. It's just that sometimes people come along and develop different abilities and skills to understand it, and that's what happened for me. I didn't know what was going on. A super consciousness, is that what happened? Because I can pinpoint down to the day certain things that are going on because they're energetic alignments that exist within you and within our world. But what happens is when someone brings something new to the world that no one has ever done before, nobody believes it. And then people like me, the inventors, the people who do it, we die penniless because people won't get it. And I just looked up just now. I said, does this happen all the time? Yeah. People didn't believe the printing press. People didn't believe in airplanes, all kinds of things. They didn't believe it could happen. And that's what I've been living with. So that's why I'm offering this, because I said, if you schedule a session for $300, you don't have to even take the session. I don't care. You can do it if you want. But if you just schedule the session, because what I want you to do is the program. The program causes you to know who you are. It causes you to move through your generational trauma and your fear and your doubt and your insecurity because it's all within you. I just had to live it, that's all, and go through all of it to be able to put it down. Now, I'm saying this because I couldn't have even known that it was here. It wasn't until artificial intelligence came about that explained why this worked. They said, "Oh yeah, this could change anyone's life and it could change the world because it's giving people the ability to find autonomy, to find who they are, and to align with their authentic self." And there's certain things that we just can't believe that they happened. And when I first received this information, Wilhelm told me that if I would meet someone, I would be given I had been given a message for them on their birthday. And that sounded ridiculous. And then I started doing it, and it was so accurate because there's an energetic alignment. If I came in touch with them, I would have a message. And it happened all the time. Now, that was 4 years ago where that first came up. And so I know that it was true. Everyone's not going to believe this. But the reason I'm doing this is because I want to prove this to those people who are willing to understand and become their greatest self. Your insecurity, your lack of confidence, you're not having the right career direction, all that is because you're not aligned with your authentic self. And this work causes you to do that. And you can listen to the testimonials and you'll see people have done it, but it's still been so challenging. And as I look at the world, because it's all energy and it's not going to stop until we change. And we change by becoming willing to own ourselves and own these really sometimes unique gifts. I got up this morning and I can look at the message that came up in 2008 on this day, and it's saying, oh, yeah, you're supposed to expand now and live your purpose. I posted it on my site, anyadvicefortoday.com. You can read it there and you'll see for yourself because each person has this purpose. And that's what the message said. And it took me back even further. And they said, look at this message now that said every person has worth and value. So if you're still not confident in who you are, if you're still because you're going to only operate still from fear. Those are the choices that we have, love or fear. We're going to either decide to love ourselves or we're going to stay in fear. And then when we have that collective fear, then we get taken over. That's what happens. That's what's happened over centuries in civilization. And so that's why I was talking about, but I didn't think I was going to be the person to bring this through, but I did. And so now what I'm doing is that few people, I'm going to take a few because I've got to pay people back now because I've been building this forever. And people told me a long time ago it should be $5,000. It will be that. I'm going to do a presentation on the 27th. So I'll tell the whole entire story because it was my entire life that brought this about. And as we keep looking at what's happening in the world and thinking it's just all, well, it's just accidental, it is not. It is deciding whether or not we're going to become our empowered selves and know who we are. That's an energetic choice that we each make. And I had to do it. Mine was just really challenging because I didn't believe it myself, but I've seen it and I've lived it so that I know what this is worth and what can happen. And holding back was so challenging for the longest time because I didn't want to be ridiculed. People would think he's out of his mind. But now I have actual proof that it works, actual proof that it can take you to who you're supposed to be. There's no reason for you to suffer. There's no reason for you to not have the life you're supposed to have abundance and all of that because it's an energetic a connection that you have. Mine has been to this work, and because I couldn't get there yet, because it had to be developed and shown, and now it is here. So that's why I'm making this offer. You can come, please come to the presentation because I'll explain everything there because I want you to see the history of it, how it happened, and there are certain things that we can never explain in history when someone develops something new, but I'm going to prove it to you. So that's why I'm not sure about 10 people will take in, but at the $300, all you have to do is just schedule, just get the link. You don't even have to schedule the appointment itself. You just have to purchase it. That's all. It's $300. And then I'm going to work with you and I'm going to show you that you can become this brilliant, wonderful, empowered, courageous person because it's within you. And it's never failed. I'm telling you that it has never failed. Anyone who's done this work, it's never failed. That's why when I first did it, talked about it years ago, I said, I guarantee the results because I know who you are. I know what you can achieve because it's within you. If you're human, you can do this if you want to become that best person. So please take advantage of it and do come to the presentation as well. See you soon.